Hello folks, welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by, wait for it, Inspocrypto. Today a little initial comment because I'm really frustrated with this market. I'm really frustrated not because of the price action in general, but because of the, I would call them crypto elite. Those who think the market it's their property, you know, it's like it's their subject, it's their, and they didn't understand that the crypto market is a retailer market. It should be a retailer market. I mean, if the crypto market was launched and founded just for a few entities, I'm over. I'm done with the market. I will go back to what my client said. It's still the status quo and the standard and will keep being the standard for the next decades and centuries. The traditional finance. I spent hours listening to this crypto roundtable with this Mario and whatever, and I tried to talk to them. And of course, I mean, 15,000 people, many of them wants to talk and so on and so forth, but they were talking about regulation and I thought they don't have any idea about regulation. They don't even start to analyze what's the core of the problem of crypto. They think, like she said, oh, we start a fund because we can fix it with money. We will protect some projects. Listen, one rule: if a project fails, it's because the project wasn't good enough or a mismanagement, doesn't matter, but then someone else will replace them. It's far away from any logic to say we are going to protect the market and we will create a big fund with I don't know, few hundred millions of dollars, and that's it. The problem of this market is not few big entities who are capitulating and leaving the market. I mean, they are doing it, but not because of that. They are doing it because the market and the whole environment with the monetary policy is not attracting them anymore. They know what's going to happen next. They know the opportunities to make big money in the next few months, maybe few years. They have to reduce their bags. That's the only thing. In my opinion, I don't think that they are completely leaving, but however, that's a process and that's what they are doing. What this market and the crypto elite don't understand is such kind of markets, also like the traditional finance, only works because of trust. Because the mass trust just few entities and they give them their money. They don't understand that. They really don't understand. Instead, they are looking for one person that did something wrong. I mean, Sam, we know. I mean, just check my tweets from last year. How I was extremely bearish on him and FTX. And Bitfinex, of course, as well, like Tether, for example. However, but the thing is, if you know, to generate trust, it takes time and a lot of work. You need a lot of patience. To destroy trust, that happens in few minutes. And to bring this trust back on the table, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible because those people who lost money are not going to come next year and say, well, I did just, you know, 50% of my funds are burned, but I think now it's the time. And they think when you are listening to this roundtable and they are talking, because the only one, really the only one that was talking about transparency, about protection of retailers and not protection of We need to protect our venture capital companies. We need to, because that's part of their deal. It's like to say a soldier that's going to battle can't die. That's part of the deal. That's your risk, your professional risk. A venture capital company, it's part of its business that 10 projects, just one is going to be the cash cow. So we don't need to protect these guys. We absolutely don't need to protect these guys. Only if the market makes a good work, these guys are coming automatically because they want to jump in and they want to have a part of the pie. But the big problem, or the big goal of this crypto market should be to maintain, to hold a certain level of trust between the few big entities and the retailers. Because the retailers are those who are attracting the big money. It seems they don't get it. Now they are talking about transparency in 2022. I mean, like the crypto market has started yesterday. No. And if you are listening, Paolo, the CTO, for example, of Tether, when they ask him, why is Tether not providing a full audit? Well, it's not required. The market is unregulated, and that's the problem. It's not the problem that the market is unregulated. The problem is the requirement. So the demand has to come from yourself to be transparent, to generate trust, to tell them, look, we don't have anything to hide. Everything is fine. Now to come like she said and say, well, yeah, we don't have to hide something. Okay. But last year, after the May crash, when your insurance funds was almost zero and you were in trouble, you didn't say that. Because you had something to hide. Now, of course not. You was very well prepared. And that's the big problem that it's frustrating me. We have a big problem in crypto, and it hurts to me to say that, but I guess what I'm noticing and when I reflect about what I'm hearing and what I see is the only catalyst to let survive this market is going to be a crash. And really to let collapse all of these toxic entities. And then start from zero. They think regulation will fix everything. They don't have any clue what regulation means. Regulation means these guys who are going to introduce some rules don't have any clue about this market here. They will try to bring, like one guy said, for example, in the roundtable, Gabriel, he said, regulators will make a mirror of the current regulation for the traditional finance. The traditional finance is it's absolutely not dynamic. It's not developing in higher pace. But crypto, do you know what that means to crypto? They don't talk about that. They just said, yeah, well, we need regulation. And you know, your assets, your key, that's it. No, that's not even the problem. The problem is a homemade problem of the crypto industry and these crypto elites. And that's the only thing we have to change. Otherwise, this market is not going to be, maybe from tech part, a revolution, Jesus. However, but everything else will be what we know from others. From other entities, from the traditional markets, and so on and so forth. It's going to be exactly the same. Nothing will change because the actors behind are doing exactly the same. It's the same attitude. It's the same, you know, just close your eyes, close your ears, close your mouth. Everything is fine, you know? And that's it. I'm already speechless because of that, but, you know, so we will see what will happen to the market. In my opinion, we are not done. They are just pushing up very hard, then distribute to whatever. We will see. We know we have a limitation at 18K. If they want to push up to 18K, in my opinion, DXY will start to go up very hard, I guess, because of tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have the PPI. That's a pre-indicator for inflation, for example. It's not like CPI, but very similar. At least it gives us a little bit. It could give us a nice indication if inflation is reducing even more or is maintaining or however. That's something we need to see. And in my opinion, SPY, SPX will go down. And in my opinion, Bitcoin will not resist at all. So let us check what's happening here. As mentioned today, oh, I need my app. I need my Epic pen. That sounds a little bit crazy. I need my Epic pen. So we can see wealth ratio is going up. I mean, they didn't even try to go down to bounce or something. No, they are straight indicating they are sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. We can see here as well, even they dumped once, but it's still too high, above 50, and that's why the whole curve is rising even more. And that's the problem. Also, another problem we have now with on-chain metrics. I will tell right now afterwards. We can see that stablecoin supply lifted up, but only on CryptoQuant. I have checked that. I didn't find anything that confirmed that here. I don't know where it comes from. I need to check that on CryptoQuant and maybe contact them. However, their stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges, this part here was very volatile, or it maintains even this volatility, but it maintains its level at the end of the day. Wealth ratio 1 hour, as you can see here, is just, you know, went up, down, and yeah, it's maintaining above of 82, still high, but not that high anymore. Every time when they go down, the price goes up, then they start to distribute. Now, once again, they let the price go, the wealth ratio send less bitcoins, so price recovers a little bit once again, and they start to distribute once again. So they are looking for higher prices to distribute, and that's it. That's the whole key at the moment. So, yeah. And the problem we have right now is because of retailers are having this bank run, we see a very, very positive or negative net flow, indicating we are seeing more outflows than inflows, usually something that's bullish. But at the moment, it's not, because they are just taking all their bitcoins from centralized exchanges, and now we can't see if whales are, you know, taking them out, or retailers or whatever. It's really difficult at the moment, just because of the net flow, to see if money are coming in more than leaving, for example. And that's another problem we have at the moment, but you know, we will find a solution for that. So we can see here, when I tweeted about, when I tweeted today, just, you know, when I said wealth ratio is lifting up and so on and so forth, so my today's little overview, we received almost 4,000 bitcoins. That was 3,750 bitcoins here, and declined afterwards, and now we received another 3,000 bitcoins. So it's just indicating they are using once again the whole push up to distribute at $16,500. Just explain me, how is that bullish? That big entities are distributing at $16,500. Someone is buying always, otherwise we would at zero. Of course someone is buying. We don't know if it's an exchange, we don't know who is buying. We don't know it. I guess some long term, maybe some of them midterm, expecting Christmas rally, whatever. Everything is possible. But the current situation, and that's why I look more to the inflows than to the outflows, is if we check, for example, the outflows at the same time, 3,750 bitcoins here, we check 400 bitcoins outflow, then 2,400 bitcoins outflow, then 700 bitcoins outflow. Almost the neutral, the net flow is almost on the side of inflows. So I'm not longing that thing here. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm hedging it with a little long, yes, just to, minimize my risk, but I'm shorting it. And I will short even more. I really don't care. At the moment, I don't see anything that could be bullish at the moment. Absolutely not. They sent some stablecoins just before to push up very hard, as you can see here. And then when they received 2,750 bitcoins, they sent more stablecoins to absorb them as much as they can. And now I guess they will send another 100 millions or whatever to absorb also those bitcoins. But the market will go down. In my opinion, we are not done yet. I don't see anything that's solid bullish and would indicate that's it. And we are not going to talk about FTX and the consequences because it's just too early to talk about that. But, if I would be a whale, I'm not sure if I would buy here right now, to be honest. I would wait to have a clear picture of the consequences of the FTX fail. So let us go forward. So future market, what's happening there? Well, we can see since just 4 days ago when we reached our new low level of 15,000, what is that? 15,800 or something, I don't know. They started to long. I mean, the funding rate indicating they're demanding a lot of longs. So while the open interest is not recovering anymore, even, the leverage ratio, we can see that here. But the open interest, it's done. It's really done. Also here indicating that the market is losing in volume, also related to derivative. Stablecoins related to derivative, almost nothing happening. Only bitcoins here. For example, here 4,000 bitcoins, here 2,000, but nothing big. If you compare what we are seeing today with what we had last week, absolutely peanuts. Just peanuts. Nothing big happening at the moment. While we're receiving more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. Someone just mentioned that on Binance they liquidated 70,000 shorts with this pump and 150 million US dollars. It doesn't appear here yet. Absolutely not. It will, I guess, with delay. However, we see, for example, here, once again, that's the funding rate. We see here leverage ratio just recovered quicker than the open interest. The open interest is declining even more. I think retailers are capitulating, but it's such kind of capitulation where they say, I don't trust crypto anymore. And that's the problem, because that at least would explain why even the open interest is declining. Usually open interest should recover where people start to long once again or to short or whatever, but I don't know. It looks They are not doing anything, even if they are longing. I mean, I don't know. I don't see huge long liquidations here, at least. You know. So if we take a look to Binance, for example, funding rate also here up, leverage ratio up, and open interest down. Yeah, I mean, that was the cash cow for exchanges for a while, but I don't know. With a zero fee for spot policy, promo, whatever how you want to call it. So, wow. 67, 68 to 32. Okay, yeah, it's fine. I can imagine at that price it would make sense. I don't see here big thing, to be honest. On Bitfinex, shorts relatively high compared. We know that they always have more longs, but they reduced a lot of longs. They had 2.2 billions, now 1.7 billion. So yeah, but nothing happened. Let us check what's happening here to Binance. Oh, I need to spin. Let me spin once and check what's happening. So let us check Binance, how the liquidation map looks like. And yeah, so we need to go up to 20,400 just to liquidate big. Otherwise, on the short side, you know, I would say it makes more sense to go for the longs if you want to liquidate. Otherwise, of course, go up to 20,400. And I mean, we are talking about $3,600 gap, so it's a long way up. Then good luck. That's it. Let us go forward. So if we take a look, that's Binance, for example. If we can check what Binance is doing, nothing. Really nothing. They are, if we check the spot, the aggregated spot CBD, nothing. And that's what they are doing. The only thing, what's bullish, futures. We have here Bitcoin collateral futures and we have here stablecoin collateral futures. Only those are bullish. Everything else looks like they are not buying the pump. Even here, Bitfinex. What is Bitfinex doing? Using the opportunity to buy and distribute, make money. That's a nice cash cow. Why not? What is Coinbase doing? Oh, look. Coinbase not even bought this pump. It's distributing more. Is that bullish? Maybe for you, not for me. So it doesn't look great, to be honest. It doesn't look great at all. If we check, for example, entities, bank running retailers, everyone is taking, well, not maybe everyone, but many are taking their Bitcoins out of exchanges. That's what's happening. Also here, big, really big. That's the problem we have right now, because now we have a foggy on-chain data related to the net flow. We can't separate those who are taking out their Bitcoins only because of the volume, but it's not easy. Not easy at all. Even these guys here, small whales with wallets and less than 100 Bitcoins taking out. These guys here don't care. They bought the dip, are selling right now. I mean, they bought the dip at 15,600 and are selling $1,000 up now. That's the big business we are doing at the moment. Market maker, entity, I mean, they are not doing anything. At the moment, not yet. Like, let us make a break until tomorrow, and then we will see. At least that's my interpretation. But, boy, from October 28th, they had 4,880,000 Bitcoins. And they have right now not even 4,700,000. So 190,000 Bitcoins less than just 2 weeks ago. I mean, do we need to talk about that? Exchanges, as you see, declined, went up, declined again, so maintaining. Nothing big happening here. At the moment, at least, if we check, let me refresh the site, but at the moment looks like, yeah, the market maker entity stopped. So the last big transaction fund flow happened with almost 2,000 Bitcoins this morning, almost 15 hours ago, and that's it. So, but you can see they were extremely active, and they didn't start to accumulate. If you think that's bullish, it's up to you. The only thing, yeah, centralized exchanges or their reserves, Bitcoin reserves on centralized exchanges declining. But if all retailers are, you know, if we have an ongoing bank run, of course, that's the consequence. The reserves start to decline. So nothing big happening here as well. Well, and the activity is declining more and more on both sides. The trend is also here very clear. Just introduced transactions count and wallet counts, and yeah, you know, on both sides, and both are declining. So also here indicating nothing, you know, nothing bullish happening. Miners reducing their outflows. Yesterday we still had, I don't know how much is that, almost 2,000 Bitcoins. Right now we are at 1,600. I guess it will rise a little bit more, but nothing big happening. OTCs reduced its activity big while the price was on its local bottom. Usually something I was surprised to see. Only centralized exchanges were here active, indicating that also here maybe, I guess, retailers and some other ways, for example, started to buy the dip, go up, start to distribute again, and some retailers just, you know, taking out their Bitcoins to cold wallets. Let us go forward. So Coinbase, for example, also very interesting. They are limiting the way up at 16.7, but also at the moment controlling the price here at 16.4. So I mean, they are not accumulating. The question is why they are doing it. I don't know. I really don't know why they are doing it. Really not. We have here sell orders at 25, and that's the only one. Otherwise, they are here waiting at 14K, for example. We have between well, we have a lot here, but the next bigger wall would be at 15K. So indicating a little bit they are, you know, they are still expecting. Otherwise, they should start to reduce the liquidity there, but it looks like they are still expecting to go down a little bit more. So Deribit, Perp, not doing anything. Bitstamp still well prepared in case of. Yeah, also doing exactly the same like Coinbase. It's 16.7 waiting there as a limitation. Binance Spot, not doing exactly the same. We have here 16.7 also an order, but I'm not sure if that's a wall or it's just, I'm not really sure. But it looks like, I mean, we have Coinbase, we have Binance, we have Bitstamp. All three are and have orders here at 16.7. At the same time, just in case of, they need, we have 845 bitcoins here, 560 bitcoins here, and 1200 bitcoins here waiting for you if you want to push up. Otherwise, they reduced liquidity, and the next bigger bigger wall would be at 15.8 or 15, and still a bunch of liquidity here waiting around 14k. That looks like a big burger, sandwich, whatever you want. So also here indicating, in my opinion, they are not done. Absolutely not. Bitfinex spot. Bitfinex seems to limiting the way down, but I'm not sure. No. That's algo spoofing stuff. At 15k waiting between 15.5 and 15k, they have a big wall. OKEX spot. Nothing. Also not buying big. Kraken spot. Kraken bought and is maintaining. They are not selling big and reduced a lot of liquidity to the downside. Next wall 15k. But also here, as you see, a lot of sell orders between 17.2 and 18. Bybit. Not doing anything. BitMEX. Not doing anything. Distributed very well. Binance Futures. Indicating they are longing. They are buying more longs than shorts. And at the moment limiting the way down at 16.2 it seems, and 17. The next wall to the downside 15.5, and that's it. And to the upside 18.9, for example. Bitfinex derivatives. Nothing. I wouldn't say nothing. We need to reduce a lot and then you can see it better, but yeah, nothing big. They're waiting here, for example, at 21.5. They absorb all these longs here, but as you see, they shorted a lot until here, and they started to long here, for example, and right now demanding more shorts, it seems. Kraken futures. Shorts. Right now, nothing. And that's OKEX futures demanding more shorts. Yeah, they are shorting more. And that's it. OKEX swap, that's also very interesting. That's BTC USDT swap, and you can see at least that they are selling even on OKEX swap more bitcoins. So DeFi, it seems, also indicating they are taking out bitcoins and selling them. Okay, that's it. Let us go forward.